168th all-time meeting between these two. Gophers have won 3 of the last 5, but just 7 wins all-time in 48 games in this building, and they have the opening tip looking for a better start than last time out when they scored 12 points in the first half against Purdue, and that is a great sign. Jamison Battle, we talked about him being scoreless in that game already with 3 points.
Well, and Michigan was in that zone, and they lose the shooter in Battle. That you can't lose.
Defense has been a struggle for Michigan. It was better on this end of the court than on the defensive end. This is Kobe Buffkin. It's the screen for Dickinson, and will shoot the 3. Heel and out, and the rebound controlled by Talon Cooper. Cooper had transferred from Morehead State. Now Garcia inside Ola Joseph, who throws down the jam.
And what a start for Minnesota. You know, they only scored 12 points in the first half against Purdue. They got 5 now, and just off of good action. That was a double drag. You had the roller right to the front of the rim.
Jed Howard. Garcia on him. Howard, little hesitation, doesn't go. And the rebound controlled by Minnesota. Second rebound of the game for Cooper. Slow it up a bit, although Garcia will shoot the 3. That one back heeling out. Doug McDaniel has the rebound for Michigan. Up Dickinson. It's down low, but swatted away. Torres Samuels. Transfer from Dartmouth. Here is Cooper. Again, 39 points last time out for Minnesota. It was the fewest they had scored since 1950, and Garcia hits a 3, and they are off to an 8-0 lead.
And if you remember the game in December, it was the opposite. Michigan got out to that early lead, and that's why they kind of had that snowball effect.
Now Dickinson trying to get Michigan on the board, doesn't get the roll. They are 0-4 from the field, the Wolverines are. Ola Joseph. The freshman trying to work the baseline here. Back it in on Buffkin, offensive foul. Minnesota doing a good job on this end, Brian.
And they haven't put pressure at the rim. It's been all outside jump shots. They have to put pressure at the rim.
Dickinson now bumped by Garcia, and Dawson Garcia comes up limping a little bit. Buffkin gets Michigan on the board.
Really good line out of bounds there. Bring the shooter to the ball. Buffkin does a great job of getting his feet set.
Joseph with the pull-up that goes.
Joshua Joseph.
Dickinson faces up and misses, uncontested there. Cooper will come the other way for Minnesota. Samuels left open for 3, rims out, and battle for the board. McDaniel comes out of there with it for Michigan. He'll try a 3. One is long, and the rebound Cooper. Joseph. Alex Williams, the second, has the rebound.
Ola Joseph did a good job of finding that soft spot.
Dickinson with a mismatch inside. He will go to the free throw line.
One more.
They really needed to get some confidence offensively early on in this one, get a few easy ones, and that's exactly what they did, coming off, again, what was a historically bad offensive performance.
And that battle 3, the first possession of the game, was huge. It came against the zone. Michigan's in that zone again. Let's see if they lose battle or if they're able to run some good action. High post through Garcia early on here.
Shot clock is at 10. Well, Payne, the freshman, is in there. Samuels coming off the screen. Can't get it to go. And here comes Michigan the other way. Williams in on Garcia. No call. There's some contact there. There's Cooper. Left it short. Offensive rebound, though, to Payne. And now Dickinson called inside. Had two hands on the back of the freshman. First foul on Hunter Dickinson. And not to beat a dead horse here, but I mean, you think about the offense for Minnesota last time out, again, 39 points. The last time they scored fewer than that in a game, Jackie Robinson was the reigning NL MVP, and George Mikan was the NBA's leading scorer. I mean, it has been a while, but this is a really good start. Garcia leaning in, and there you go. 12 in the first half last time. They got 12 here.
Well, and Garcia's more active. We talked about that 5 so far points early on here, but he's been aggressive, which has taken some of that load off of other players for Minnesota.
There's Williams. The nice game against Maryland. Misses that one, but tipped back out by Dickinson. Now Buffkin driving the baseline, and he is fouled by Samuels. There's Buffkin, and he stepped out of bounds. They're in the top 5 in the nation in terms of fewest percentage of their possessions that end in turnovers. Misses had 43 over the last 3 games, including 18 against a Northwestern team that turns teams over a lot. Battle into the lane, and Battle now with 2 early baskets, 5 points, and the lead is up to 10.
Minnesota did a good job. They started off in a zone, a matchup zone. They went man-to-man, and Minnesota did a great job of just running their normal offense on that possession.
Cheddar into the game for Michigan. Dickinson on Payne. Job cutting him off on the baseline. Dickinson still got it up on the glass. Battle for the board. And it will stay with Michigan. Buffkin throws down the jam. Michigan has started one of its first 10 before Buffkin threw that one down. You're much more understanding when you're sitting at the announcer table.
It's a lot easier over here.
Well over a decade later, as Cooper gets the driving layup, so Minnesota able to quickly answer. Thomas Reed into the game. Nearly loses it, gets it back, hits. And oh, they're saying offensive foul on Terrace Reed Jr., his first. Garcia tries the lob inside. That was ill-advised, and McDaniel has it for Michigan.
Just too tough of an angle for that post-injury pass.
Jed Howard trying to get untracked. Solid defensive possession here out of the Gophers. Reed roll into the hoop and lays it in. Well done.
And Garcia's got to be pulled over on that roll. You can't let a big just roll right to the front of the rim. I know Garcia has cheddar, but he's got to be pulled over on that. Double drag.
Terrell Payne goes over with the left hand, and the rebound to Reed, who's given them some good minutes. Now on the break, they just throw it away. Garcia turns it over. Buffkin now. Nice feed inside, and Reed continues to make his presence felt.
And it's amazing when you roll to the front of the rim what happens. Michigan's offensively so far this first half, it's been disjointed. Finally, a couple rolls to the basket, back-to-back layups.
Here's Garcia slipping through and laying it in.
Minnesota loves that one-sided action with the screen down and then the curl. Normally you don't see a big come off and curl. That Garcia was that big coming off. It's tough to guard. Really good action.
That is 7 now for Garcia. Buffkin hangs in the air. Garcia had the rebound, got knocked away, but Cooper comes up with it. Garcia and Battle had 12. They had 7 combined against Purdue. Obviously, part of that was the fact that Battle didn't score, as Cooper now has a couple field goals, and we're back to a 10-point lead. Here's Howard.
That's just a tough possession. That's a middle of the floor. The ball stays there the entire time, and it's one-on-one.
Garcia for 3. He rattles out. Just past the halfway point of this first half. Howard does not go. Jet Howard still scoreless in this game. He's one of the top 10 scorers of the Big Ten, second leading freshman score, but unable to get going, Brian.
And at least that's an action. That's a pin down to get a shooter to the ball.
Garcia, former McDonald's All-American, and offensive foul. That is 2 on Dawson Garcia. This is not a deep Minnesota team either, and they're without Braden Carrington for next month or so due to a stress reaction in his leg. Here's Cheddar spinning through, and Will Cheddar gets his first 2. Draws the foul on Ola Joseph, his second.
Not enough players understand that. That energy and effort is a skill set.
Will Cheddar, the Minnesota native, misses the free throw. Finished second in the Mr. Basketball voting a couple years ago behind a fellow named Chet Holmgren. I think that goes down to the bad timing.
So he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
Be a tough guy to beat. Ball knocked away. So Isaiah Barnes into the game as he took a tumble there for Michigan. Back up and all right. Battle misses that one. Joey Baker, the Duke transfer with the rebound. There's Dickinson. Double team him. Baker on the drive, knocked away by Payne. Still plenty of time to shoot for Michigan. McDaniel will reset with 10. McDaniel with the pull-up. McDaniel with the hoop. First 2 of the game for him. Back to a 6-point game.
If you're Minnesota, where does the offense come from with Garcia out of the game with 2 fouls here?
We need a lot of it to be through Jamison Battle. This guy is a pretty good scorer himself, and Cooper, Baker the rebound. Three on the way from Baker.
I love that by Coach Ben John. Just slow down. We don't need to go right now. Let's slow this game up a little bit. Let's make sure we run some good action.
Michigan still yet to hit a 3. They are 0 of 6 behind the arc. Gophers have hit a couple. On the drive there, Henley lost it. And what's the call? Officials confer. And they're going to say it is Michigan ball.
Where else would you want to be on a Sunday afternoon?
No, it's just
Have
a
some
perfect
French
place.
fries, have some college basketball.
Dickinson. Lefty hook to go. First field goal for Hunter Dickinson, a 6-0 run for Michigan. They've cut this 10-point lead down to 4.
That was the first catch that was just too easy for Minnesota.
Here's Battle. Ola Joseph. Henley. Dickinson the rebound.
In Minnesota, Jamison Battle needs to find the ball. He needs to find the ball.
Get it into Dickinson. And off of his knee, it's going to be Minnesota ball.
Great hands by Cooper in that situation, being able to knock that off of Dickinson here. Look at it, it's the dig. It's everyone's active. Look at how many players from Minnesota are coming in. There's one, there's two, there's three, and then great hands by Cooper. Swarm to the ball. That is a great example when someone uses that term, how it's going to look.
Minnesota doing a good job defensively, a team that's last in the Big Ten in defensive efficiency in conference play, but you would not know it from watching the first 14 minutes or so of this one. Well, Cheddar gets hit with that personal.
And again, Michigan, the first game that they played Minnesota, they gave up 1.22 points per possession. Minnesota right now giving up 0.72 points per possession. It's a huge difference.
That is a significant difference. Cooper's three bounces out of bounds. McDaniel. Ola Joseph chasing down the rebound. See if Minnesota keeps going on the offensive end. They have not scored since Garcia went out with that foul. More than 3 minutes. They're 0 for their last 6 from the field.
And I can't emphasize enough, Battle needs to touch the ball because look, the whole defense shifts over them. Now all of a sudden you get them going to the basket, good things happen. You get a foul, you get a reach-in situation there.
Jameson Battle been battling a back injury. Of course, had the foot procedure done in the offseason and missed the first handful of games for Minnesota. It's not been quite the year he had last year. Dickinson the block on the freshman Payne. Welcome to the Big Ten. McDaniel the other way. Dickinson again going to the hook. Timeout Minnesota. That is a tough matchup for the freshman Pharrell Payne.
Because they're just going to go post Hunter, gives a chance for that third foul. It's a tough thing you've got to do, but it's the right call.
Battle, big three on the way. It's an air ball. The shooting woes continue for the Gophers. They've missed 8 in a row. Here's Howard on the drive. Tries to get it into Dickinson. Battle. Jars it loose. Howard for 3. Not there. And Ola Joseph tracks it down.
If you're Minnesota, Hunter Dixon's doing a great job of denying that pass there. Now you're going to go down and play the one-side action. Minnesota's really good out of this one-side action when they finally get to it.
Ola Joseph over Dickinson. The drought continues for the Gophers. Here's Buffkin. In on Payne, threw it away, but it went off of Minnesota. Good call there as it hit Samuel's hands on the way out.
So many times, that's what makes great players great, is the consistency part of it.
There's Dickinson on the spin. He left that one short. Williams trying to track it down. He'll stay with the Wolverines. Could take the lead with a 3 here. Buffkin will try a 2. Batted around by Dickinson. And there's going to be a foul that's going to go against Williams. Payne, I should say, inside. Can't get it to go. Again, Minnesota in a massive drought here. They've missed 10 in a row. Pharrell Payne missing from point-blank range there.
When you look at the next 3.5 minutes, crucial for Minnesota. Keep this thing close. If you're Michigan, you've got to continue to attack the paint. You've had success. You're 0-7 from 3. Attack.
Howard for the tie. And the rebound to Ola Joseph.
And that's what Howard does. I understand that, but I still want to be ultra aggressive. Try to get to that rim. Put pressure on it.
This feels like Minnesota trying to get to halftime.
It really does. They've slowed this game down.
Oh, great feed from Cooper, and that will get Payne to the stripe. Hits the first free throw. They are both nurses and moved the family to the Twin Cities, and Payne is a big-time prospect.
Well, the best way to learn is to play. That's the best learning experience you'll ever get.
Reed trying to save it and heaves it to the scorer's table. Juwan Howard, the expression on his face as he brought Hunter Dickinson in was absolutely priceless.
We're both laughing because I don't know if I've seen a coach do it, but it is fantastic. And that's what we're talking about, right? Over the last 3 games, they've been averaging 4 more turnovers, and it's been turnovers like that. Just careless turnovers.
Fill in the adjective. I think disgust, maybe.
That would probably work.
Yes, exasperation. A few good ones. Shot clock under 10 here. And trying to get it to Battle. And now we got a player down. That is Jet Howard. He is grabbing his left ankle. We will certainly hope for the best for Jet Howard. There's Dickinson ducking in. And travel. Now backdoor to Cooper. What a nice feed from Payne.
And Michigan was overplaying that action the entire time. I was waiting for Minnesota to go backdoor. Finally they do, and it results in an easy basket. The ball's got to move for Michigan. It sticks. It's sticking too much. Get some action.
Here's McDaniel. Hits the 3. What a big shot that was for the freshman from D.C.
Michigan needed it. They needed something on that offensive end. They've been struggling.
Cooper with the pull-up, well off the mark. Payne's got the rebound, though. Samuels. They got to shoot it, didn't hit the rim. I don't think Ola Joseph knew it until it was too late. And a shot clock violation. Michigan has never led in this game. They can take the lead with a 3-pointer here. As we wind down in the final minute, it's become kind of a sluggish first half here in Ann Arbor. Dickinson on the low blocks, had it knocked away, puts it up and in, and we are tied.
Great UCLA screen by Buffy to get Hunter to the block in that situation.
And now this crowd, which has been very quiet, coming to its feet. State Farm halftime report. Rick Pizzo, Raphael Davis, Mike DeCourcy. Get you the first half highlights, catch you up on everything going on in the Big Ten. Coming up, less than 20 seconds of game action from now. Shot clock under 10 here for the Gophers. Battle will launch a long 3. Knocked around, and which way is it going? It is headed Michigan's way.
Seconds left. Attack, attack, attack. High ball screen and get downhill.
McDaniel doing just that. Off the glass, no. Ola Joseph the rebound. Cooper will heave it up. And that will end the first half. Minnesota just 3 points in the last 9 minutes and 18 seconds. The Gophers get it first, and we are underway here in the second half. Here's Garcia, back off the bench and back in the scorer's book with a 3.
And that's what he gives Minnesota, pick and pop option, where Hunter Dickinson got sucked in a little bit too much, and that closeout was way too long.
10 points for Garcia, his 9th straight in double figures. There's Bufkin, the guy you were pointing to, Brian. Michigan able to keep it alive. And Bufkin loses it out of bounds.
That defense needs to be on a string. They're disconnected too much right now.
Cooper trying to get it inside. Ola Joseph a little bit behind him. Bufkin on the run. Can't get it to go. Tipped up and in by Williams.
Energy plays. And that's what Michigan's going to need with Jet out now.
Talk about Williams, what a great job he did on the glass against Maryland with those 13 rebounds. That's just his 2nd in this game. Battle over Baker, that doesn't go. McDaniel weaving through.
That action right there is what Coach Howard was talking with Doug McDaniel at the half. Twist the ball screen, it got lower, and now the spacing is a little bit better.
There's Dickinson working on Garcia with those 2 fouls. Dickinson backs him down, and Michigan leads for the first time.
18 minutes on the clock. If I'm Michigan, I am getting the ball to 100 kicks every time because Garcia's got the 2 fouls. You just keep going down low.
Joseph. There's Cooper, offensive foul, setting the screen.
Yeah, and offensively, it was just that's an offensive foul every time. When you look at what has done on Michigan on the offensive side here, Hunter Dixon realizing he can take his time, evaluating the double team didn't come, realizing Garcia's got to be patient and finish through Garcia, knowing that he's not going to want to pick up that 3rd foul. Great look here.
Joseph just did that. He picked up his 3rd. So foul's definitely an issue here on one side. Dickinson hitting, he's got a dozen. And Michigan extends the lead to 3.
And Garcia got very lucky there because he walked under Dickinson in that jump hook. Could have very easily been his 3rd.
Here's Cooper. Minnesota needed that one. Great board though. Ola Joseph hits the deck. Garcia. They're only hoop and a half. Way off the mark. Dickinson has the board for Michigan. A really good start here to the second half for the Wolverines on a 6-0 run. Again, playing without Jet Howard out the rest of the game with an ankle injury. Williams on the drive. Cooper's got it for Minnesota. Cooper with the jump stop. There.
Just getting a little bit slow, but all they're trying to do is create this 2-man action on this weak side here.
There's McDaniel leaning in. He wasn't sure whether he wanted to go glass or not. The net result was nothing he would be particularly excited about. Baker strong to the hoop, and that'll be a goaltend. As that one had hit the glass above the rim, that is an automatic call.
Now, if you're Minnesota on this end, attack. Try to find ways to get Garcia the ball.
That's exactly what they do. The double comes, and Baker steps in front. Baker missed the layup. Battle out of the corner. Wow. What a incredible turn of events there as Baker misses the layup that would have given Michigan a 7-point lead. Battle hits the 3 on the other end, and it's back to 2.
That's the way this game of basketball works, too. You miss the layup, you know you're going to get penalized on the other end.
See if Michigan can get it back. Dickinson. They batted around, and it'll be Minnesota ball. And this is an enormous game for Michigan. I mean, you talk about NCAA tourney hopes there on the outside looking in right now. Not a single one of these 76 brackets on the bracket matrix has them in as of this morning. They're 0-6 in quad 1 games. This will not help them today, but they also have a damaging quad 4 loss. That to Central Michigan. This would be a quad 4 loss as well, Brian. They've got a lot of quad 1 opportunities left. They've got 9 of them. You cannot have this mark against you. With all due respect to Minnesota, it's just a numbers game. It's not a value statement on the Gophers. This is a game you can't afford to lose.
You can't, because it's life of the Big Ten. Yes, there's opportunities there, but this league is so tough as far as trying to figure out who's gonna, like, how the heck's gonna work. You look at the standings, nobody's figured this out. The only thing we figured out is Purdue is pretty good. That's the only thing we figured out so far. And if anybody says something different, they're lying to you.
Lufkin with a big shot there for Michigan after Battle had tied it up. Wolverines retaking the lead. Garcia, not a great idea. Trying to get it to Payne there, knocked away. Baker comes out of there with it.
Minnesota with only 6 first-half turnovers. Now you see them kind of piling up here a little bit. Get a shot.
And Buffkin fouled on his way to the basket. There's Dickinson. Buffkin, nice ball fake to get himself open for 3, but it rattles out.
Dave Anglais said, because it's amazing what a ball fake can do. Gives you just enough space to get that shot off.
He's having all kinds of fun. He's battling the ball right now. Garcia inside Payne, got bumped, hits it, and he'll go to the line. Misses that free throw. That's an area where Minnesota as a team has struggled mightily this year. They are under 60% from the line as Doug McDaniel drains a big 3. 8 points now for him, and Michigan back up to a 3-point lead. Cooper, Payne. Now Cooper for 3. Back heel and out, but the Gophers keep it alive. Minnesota 4 of 14 behind the arc.
They're trying to create the spacing here with Garcia out at 3.
Way off the mark. Dickinson with the rebound.
But if you're Coach Johnson, you can live with that shot. I mean, that was a good shot off of good action, attacking. You got to the nail, then you kicked it to the shooter. Changed the coverage there. They went under McDaniel before. Now you saw him go over the top.
Well, out there from Buffkin. Dickinson, the offensive board, and he'll go to the line.
And then he finishes through it to get the handle.
Dickinson now with 15. This is Michigan's largest lead as they have moved it out to 6.
Going to space Garcia instead.
Garcia working on Cheddar, and it blocked by Reed. Buffkin navigating his way through. A whistle. Samuels has the board for the Gophers. Less than 12 minutes to go. Here's Garcia. Samuels out of the corner. And the rebound to Williams. Now Cheddar. And that foul is on Garcia. That is his 3rd. Williams had it blocked away by Battle. Big possession here for the Gophers. They started this game hitting 9 of their first 15. Since then, Brian, just 5 of 25 from the field. Lobbing it down low, and Payne gets the lay-in.
High-low action. Easy baskets. We know Minnesota at times struggles to score the basketball, so make the game simpler. Go high-low for layups. I'd say that's pretty simple, Dave.
Certainly looked it. See if they can find a little offensive momentum here. Minnesota started the game so well on that end. Michigan's done a good job turning the water off there as Battle chases down the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds, says Kevin Brill, and so it will go back to Michigan. There's Baker. That is an air ball. And it will go to Minnesota. Wonder if Baker's confidence got shaken a little bit in that missed layup. That did not look like a guy who is
Had a lot
typically a
of it,
pretty
yeah.
reliable outside shooter, 46% from three. Garcia, and he traveled. And the 6th for Garcia. There's Dickinson. Garcia with the 3 fouls. He nearly threw it over Baker's head. Shot clock under 10. McDaniel hanging in the air and gets it to go off the glass.
I don't know how he made that shot. I have no idea how he made the shot. I don't even think he saw the basket.
I'm not sure he knows, but his
But you'll
6th
take it.
double-figure game of the year.
He'll take it.
He's got 10. Nothing coming easy on this end for Minnesota. Here's Cooper around the screen. 3 ball on the way. Payne trying to keep it alive, but McDaniel's got it. Reed. Dickinson right down low and lays it in.
When you catch it that deep, there's nothing you can do. You can't allow the catch that deep.
Working the baseline and working it well.
Huge bucket in this game, because this could have gone south very quick. It was a good answer on the offensive end by Minnesota Battle.
That's a dozen for Jamison Battle. We mentioned off the top, he was scoreless for the first time in his career in that loss to Purdue. Dickinson can't get it to go. Garcia has the rebound, and here comes Minnesota. Samuels. Garcia out of the corner and hits it. 13 for Garcia, but he is down. It's kind of tough to tell from that corner, but from our vantage point, Brian, it looked like it was a non-contact injury.
That's exactly what it looked like there for all the views that we had a chance to see.
Again, we don't have every angle available because it is the near side there, and there are fans in the way, but that's what it appears to be. Obviously, Garcia now on the bench. So this is a game that has seen Garcia go out with an injury and also seen Jet Howard go out. He is on the Michigan bench in a boot right now. Looks like Garcia is not on the bench right now for Minnesota, as Baker had it blocked, and it's a foul on Michigan.
Miss a layup, and then you get frustrated, and then you are the one to foul yourself. How many times do we see that in the game of basketball? See it all the time, and that's one of those as a player. You miss it now, just try to sprint back. Don't get that cheap foul.
Second foul on Joey Baker. So for all the craziness of this game here, the Gophers can tie this one back up with a 3. On the drive, Cooper. Dickinson may have altered that one, and Buffkin has it for Michigan. Now Buffkin into the lane, spinning and hitting.
Somebody else is going to have to step up for Michigan and make some plays. Is it Kobe Buffkin after driving to the basket? Maybe that gets himself going a little bit.
Here's Battle, the main scoring threat on the floor for the Gophers, and now he is literally on the floor after getting fouled by Buffkin. That is his second. That is really encouraging for Minnesota. You saw Dawson Garcia is back on the bench. He had a band. He was stretching out his foot with the band as the roll goes for Jamison Battle. Now 14 points for him, back to a 3-point game, and we'll see whether or not Dawson Garcia comes back in. Offensive foul there on Buffkin as he pushed off, so second foul in a matter of seconds for Kobe Buffkin. 45-42. Drive, Ola Joseph spinning, can't get it to go off glass, and Reed has the rebound.
That's a tough possession.
And now Dickinson goes down, and then Ola Joseph falls over him. Not sure Ola Joseph actually saw Dickinson there, as hard as that is to believe because his head was up. And Ola Joseph kind of saying, well, he's down in the middle of the ground. And that is really encouraging news for Gophers fans. Dawson Garcia back out on the court after going down in a bit of a heap, hitting that three-pointer. Back within 3 here is Minnesota. Really critical juncture of this game. Doug McDaniel left it way short. Battle's got it for the Gophers.
Samuels did a good job of chasing over that to make that a difficult shot. Would have loved to see Doug McDaniel drive a little bit more.
Here's Battle, pulling up, rims out. Garcia battling for the board, but Reed has it. Terrace Reed continues to make a really positive impact for Michigan.
Growth and development, we've talked a lot with Minnesota and their freshmen, but Michigan has a freshman that's grown and developed too.
Gone more with this two bigs lineup here over the last couple of weeks with both Dickinson and Reed on the floor at the same time. And Dickinson draws the foul, going to go against Pharrell Payne, be number 2 on the Gopher freshman.
One more.
Ben Johnson about it yesterday. He tried to explain it about, the decision making. He takes better threes. I was like, hold on. Like, he's better from 3 than the free throw line. There's no logical explanation.
That's coach talk. It's just coach talk.
Yes.
And coach talk is always fun.
I mean, all the free throws are open. Like, those are wide open. Right, those are uncontested.
Minnesota in this zone. If you're Michigan, keep moving the ball.
And Dickinson tried to do that, but he got knocked away. So that zone forcing a turnover. Minnesota can tie it with a 3. Here's Battle on the drive, loses it, and scraped off the floor by Buffkin.
Turnovers again are starting to show up for Minnesota.
Here's Williams. And Reed, another positive impact play for the big freshman. Dickinson. Elbows Garcia, but Garcia called for the block. That is 4 on Garcia. .21 now for Dickinson, 7th time this year he has scored 20 or more, and Ben Johnson takes a timeout. Garcia working on Reed, and Reed bats it away, and it's Michigan ball. Hayes Rage trying to get the Wolverines going a bit here. Dickinson. And that one rattles home as well. 23 points for Hunter Dickinson, and getting into a little bit of a danger zone here for the Gophers. Here's Cooper with a pull-up. Big shot. Talon Cooper.
They've had answers all afternoon. Here's the zone.
We've seen this disrupt the Wolverines. 2-3 here from the Gophers. They find the soft spot with Williams. And a good strong drive.
Finding the soft spot and then realizing no one came to him. Williams just drove right to the front of the rim against that zone.
Here's Battle out of the corner. McDaniel the board. Now Buffkin on the move, lays it in. 10 points for Buffkin and a timeout for the Gophers. really big possession here for the Gophers as they try to stay in range of this Michigan team. Ola Joseph on the baseline, in the corner to Battle. That one rims out, goes out of bounds. It will stay with Minnesota. So both teams shorthanded. Again, if you're just joining us, Jet Howard is out for Michigan. He's on the bench with a boot after injuring his ankle. Second leading freshman scorer in the Big Ten, or the top 10 scorers in the conference overall. One nearly knocked away by Samuels. Shot clock is under 10. McDaniel got to make something happen. Gets it to Williams. Knocked away. Down low, Reed missed the layup. And the rebound to Payne. Samuels. Ola Joseph hits the three. Second three of the season for Joshua Ola Joseph. To a 6-point game. Do you just defend here or do you foul?
You defend here. Go back in the zone. You've had success. You've got a minute and a half still. There's more than enough time, but you've got to get a stop. Have active hands right now. Make passes tough. That's too easy.
That was well done, carving up that zone. It will get Terrace Reed to the free throw line, which is not necessarily a good thing if you're a Michigan fan. Misses them both. Battle has the rebound, so that possession couldn't have worked out better for Minnesota. Here's Battle on the drive. Reed slips, gives it off for Payne, who lays it in. And Michigan takes a timeout. To get it into Buffkin. It's stolen away temporarily by Joseph. Buffkin gets it back, and he called the timeout. Tough spot to inbound it. He does get it to Dickinson. Dickinson double teamed. Here's McDaniel. They get it into the front court, and now look for a moment there like Henley might be trying to foul, but he is not. They're going to play this out with the shot clock at 10.
End up with a high ball screen.
Dickinson coming to set it. McDaniel thought about it. Shot clock at 4. Inside the arc. Doesn't go. And the rebound to the Gophers for El Payne. Here's Cooper. Cooper on the drive. Offensive foul. And he rolls it home. So now what, Brian? Do you foul?
So you still try to get a trap. You got 35 seconds. You try to get a couple of turnovers here early in the front court, and then if they get past, you can get one.
You got a whistle.
So they called the foul on Battle, fouling Cheddar before the ball was inbound.
Get it into Dickinson. They trap him, and it's turned over. Here comes Henley. Battle gets his man in the air. Three ball doesn't go. Rebound Ola Joseph. Lost it on the way out. Williams has it, and he's fouled.
One more.
1 of 2. Here comes Cooper. Time of the essence here for the Gophers. Cooper straight to the hoop, cuts it to 4.
And you take the easy basket. Now you try to trap again and then foul real quick.
Dickinson is trapped. They do not give the foul. And they're able to get it to Buffkin, the Wolverines are. And he is dribbling out the clock. As Cooper went down, he appeared to perhaps have hit his head.
One more.
So Michigan able to salt this one away as Cooper hits the layup. And Michigan gets the win as the Wolverines improve to 11-8. They're 5-3 in the Big Ten.